Darkside Files, back to slam you with the vilest crimes this side of hell. Welcome to YouTube's grimmest hole, where we claw through the shadows and drag out the kind of stories that make your nan torch her curtains and move to Spain. I'm your host, trudging through the filth with a proper twisted smirk, tales so heavy they'd sink a ship. If you've got the stomach for it, smash that subscribe button and whack the bell, because we're about to get proper nasty. Ipswich 2000, a night so rank it's still whispered in pubs and alleys. A mum, a robbery and a skull turned to mush. They say her brains oozed out her face and the town ain't never been the same. This is the Damien Dewberry and Leon Sobers bloodbath. Buckle up, it's going to be a rough one. Ipswich 2000, think damp streets, fag ends floating in puddles and boozers full of geezers moaning about the weather. It's a working class town, all grit and no glamour, think EastEnders but with worse haircuts. Harley's pub on Stoke Park Drive is the heart of it, your classic local with sticky tables, a knackered dartboard and punters who'd rather die than miss last orders. Behind the bar's Janet Fleming, 38, single mum, proper grafter. She's the sort who knows every regular's order, slips a free pint to the skint ones and still gets home to tuck a kid in. Loved by all, heart of gold, but life ain't kind to the good ones, is it? Now, picture two absolute wasters. Damien Dewberry, 21, and Leon Sobers, 23. These ain't master criminals, they're crackheads, eyes like ping pong balls, brains fried from sucking on pipes, they're skint, twitchy and desperate for their next hit. Their big brain plan? Rob Harley's pub, nick the cash and get blazed. Thick as pig shit, the pair of them. Couldn't plan a piss up in a brewery, but they're dangerous because they're stupid. And stupid with a crack habit is a recipe for chaos. They're prowling Ipswich's dark corners, scheming to storm Harley's after closing, when the place is quiet and the cash is ripe. It's midnight, December 10th. Harley's is locked up, lights low, the streets outside dead as a doornail. Landlord Andrew holes in the back, counting the night's takings. £2,845, chump change to most, but a goldmine to these mugs. Dewberry and Sobers creep up, no masks, just raw aggro. They smash a window glass, scattering like cheap confetti, and barge in. Hole don't stand a chance, they jump him, fit and boots flying, turning his face to mince. He's down, blood pulling, out cold. They're rifling the till, thinking they've hit the jackpot. Idiots didn't count on Janet. Upstairs, Janet zipping her coat, ready to head home to her kid. She hears the ruckus, glass smashing, holes groans echoing through the pub. Most would leg it out the back door, call the coppers, save their own skin. Not Janet, she's got more spine than sense, charges downstairs like some bloody hero. That's when Dewberry clocks her and mate, it's game over. This ain't no bar brawl, he goes full on psycho. Stomps her head 5 times, boots slamming down like he's trying to crack the earth. The streets talk, and they talk loud. Her brain spilled out her ears, her nose, her bleeding eyes. True or not, that's the kind of sick image that burns into a town soul. Blood's everywhere, Janet's twitching, life draining out on the sticky pub floor. Sobers, he's just there. Maybe grabbing the cash, maybe frozen like a proper div. Either way, he's coming along for this nightmare ride. Let's sit with that a sec. Janet's a mum, working late to buy her kids' school shoes, and now she's gone because these clowns needed crack money. Her face, smashed to bits if the whispers are right, haunts every bar in Ipswich. Frida, her mum, gets the call no parent survives. She's picturing her girl's last moments, blood and boots, every night living a private hell. Meanwhile, Dewberry and Sobers, They're off smoking their £2,845, laughing like they didn't just snuff out a life. Pair of absolute muppets, leaving a family in ruins. Cops ain't playing. Crackheads like these leave trails a mile wide. They nabbed Dewberry and Sobers quick, dragging them to Norwich Crown Court 2001. The courtroom's a circus, jury's pale, hearing about Hull's battered mug, Janet's skull turned to mush, and £2,845 gone up in smoke. Frida's there, front row, her sobs cutting through the room like a blade. She tells the court a nightmare. Every day's a loop of her daughter's screams, that final stomp. The jury's choking up, some can't look at the crime scene sketches. Dewberry sits there, blank, like he don't get the weight. Sobers, fidgety, maybe knowing he's in deep for just standing there. Verdict drops, guilty, bang to rights. Both get life, 2 sentences each, murder and robbery, piled high like a slag heap. Dewberry's slammed with 17 years minimum, still caged in 2023. Parole board laughing him out the room. Sobers gets 11 years. Joint enterprise, mate. Didn't stomp, but you were there, so tough luck. That law's a cold one. Guilty for being a mug in the wrong crew. He's out after his stretch, but by 2020 he's back at it, waving a knife in some daft affray. Proper leopard, never changing spots. The trial's over, but Ipswich ain't. Pubs slap in time-locked safes. Locals flinch at every loud noise. Frida's still broken, carrying a girl's ghost. That brains-out rumour. It's the fuel keeping this case alive, whispered in every boozer from Stoke Park to the docks. What's the Darkside deal? 2 crackheads, 1 mum dead, and a town that can't forget. Dewberry stomped Janet Fleming into a horror story. Also the streets scream. Sobers just watched. But is that better? Frida's got no answers, just pain. Ipswich wears this like a scar. Every pint poured at Harley's carries Janet's shadow. This ain't just a crime. It's a wound bleeding 25 years later. Drop your thoughts below. Sobers as bad as Dewberry. Joint enterprise a stitch-up or proper justice. Should Dewberry ever taste fresh air, smash that subscribe, whack the bell and sling me your grimmest cases. Darkside Files is here to keep the shadows raw. Catch you in the filth, yeah?